So I don't know if you've seen this interview between Iyanla Vanzant and Eboni K. Williams. The interview, Eboni K. Williams made some controversial statements. So a couple of loyal viewers of the show wanted me to make a video and weigh in on that interview. I'm going to play the clip, and then I'm going to say my say. Here's the clip.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it. If he owns the bus.
See, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. Okay. Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in this society. I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus, if he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well, I would date a bus driver. But we think that it's another human being's responsibility to give us what we need instead of us building together. I can build with a bus driver. I'd have my little stash over on the side in my prenup, but I could build with a bus driver. So I think some of the criteria that we look for in the reality of today keeps us unhappy, keeps us angry, keeps us imbalance. And then when the men show up, we want to beat them up because they're not living up to our standards and criteria. And it's not working, beloved. It's just not working. So it's not that it's bad or wrong. It's obsolete. It's obsolete. We have to come up with a new way of being. I don't believe in carrying a man. A man has to do for himself.
So I want to talk to the ladies for a minute because I want to talk to the women who may have this mindset or may have this point of view, because I've been hearing this for quite a while now, and this has been coming to me. So I said, well, I want to know from y'all what is really going on. Now, you say you won't date a bus driver, an honest man with a job that has a good salary, he has good health benefits, and he also has a pension when he retires. This is the guy that you say you won't date. But not just the bus driver, there's also the mechanic, there's also the construction worker, there's also the police officer, basically blue-collar guys. A lot of women are saying that they are not going to date blue-collar guys because they have this level of education, because they have this kind of title at their job. And I have to address that. The problem is, a lot of those same women who have talked to me, and as you see in the public eye, right, in social media, they have problem doing what? Finding, attracting, and keeping a man. And what has happened, in my point of view, a lot of women have gotten too big. They've gotten too big for the man. What I mean by too big is that they've placed all the value on their education, how much money they have. So what happens is now you're not valuing these guys you're meeting, right? You're just looking at it from I have this, I have that, and if you don't have it, you don't qualify. Now, we're not talking about the guy who's home doing nothing with himself, or the guy who has no ambition. That's not the guy we're talking about. We're talking about blue-collar guys that's going out there every day, working hard, trying to hold down their family, supporting themselves, trying to make a life for themselves, supporting themselves. That's the guys we're talking about. Let's be clear. Here's the thing, ladies. It's good, although you want to look for those titles and all that status and recognition with those other guys, of high-value guys you're chasing, a lot of times the guys who can treat you right are those blue-collar guys. Because you know why? They know what it is to get up and work for something, work towards something every day, all day, get their hands dirty. Let me tell you something. You want a relationship, a healthy relationship that may lead to marriage. That doesn't come overnight. That comes from building a foundation with somebody. That comes from spending time communicating, a man that can express himself, somebody who comes together to share their life with you. Those very same blue collar guys you keep talking and overlooking are doing those things every day. Now, back to your values. You have to start looking at values such as, does this guy have a good family dynamic? I mean, does he get along with his own family? Does he take his kids out? Is he respected in his community? You see, there are a lot of things that you should be looking for that I don't hear some women saying when I ask them what they want from their relationship or what do they want from their ideal guy. I hear about his height. I hear about his looks. I hear about his money. I hear about his hair. I hear about his shoes, everything but the actual values that make a man and make a man furthermore valuable to a woman in a relationship. What does his height have to do with him around your kids? Is he a good influence on your kids? A lot of y'all have children already in your teens. Some of y'all have adult children. You need a guy who can be around them in a positive way. That's the kind of guy you need around those young adults and those kids. Okay? A lot of y'all have elderly parents that have doctor appointments, parents that are going in and out the hospital. You need a guy who understands when you have to go and do those visits. You need a guy who can take you to those doctor appointments, hospital visits. So you see, I'm just mentioning some of the things that a lot of people are not, women I'm talking about, are not talking about when they talk about their ideal guy and a guy they want for their future. The guy that I'm promoting, that we're talking about, those blue collar guys, they know what it is to sweat for something. A lot of those guys, contrary to popular belief, have higher education. A lot of those guys, contrary to popular belief, have a little something put away in the bank because they worked hard for their money. So they value it more. So they believe in putting a little few dollars away for a rainy day. Okay? Ladies, you want someone that can support you, someone that can talk to you. I made the video about toxic relationships. You can go on the link in the description if you want to see that video. All about toxic relationships. So a lot of times when you look for these so-called high-value men, that's exactly what you encounter, toxic relationships. They're just like you. They don't value you. They value their money. They value the things they've acquired. And a lot of times they value other women because guess what? They have all of opportunities. Now, be clear. I'm not telling you that's wrong to have a high-value man. I'm just saying don't overlook these blue-collar guys. A lot of them have great qualities. A lot of them are doing some good things in their community. They're doing good things in their family. A lot of them, listen, let's be clear, they're making good salaries. And guess what? Last I checked, 1 and 1 is 2. So if you come in the scene, you come in the picture, and you two are working on a partnership. See, that's another word that a lot of people are not using. Well, healthy relationship, marriage and all that is a partnership. And you can still have a good life. Y'all can still take trips, vacations, and still do a lot of good things, okay? Don't overlook these blue-collar workers. Work on your value system because ultimately that's what's going to get you what you want. What do I need? A person who has all this stuff, but they don't care about me. They can't show me any real kind of support, attention. They're not really concerned what I'm talking about. Nah, I'll bypass some of that. Because for me, a little support goes a long way. Somebody I can come home and talk about my day to goes a long way. Somebody who remembers what I said to them last week goes a long way. All right, ladies. So I want y'all to start looking at your value system and reevaluating what it is you want and how you're going to get it. Because a lot of y'all have that list, that old outdated list from 15, 20 years ago, and it's time to get rid of that, all right? It didn't work for our girl in the video, okay? And it's not working for some of y'all, all right? Listen, if you got any value out this video, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and definitely share the video. This is AMS. We'll talk soon.